Aishat woke up to the morning call from a mosque nearby. The voice, amplified on a loudspeaker, cracked as though it hung from the window of her room. She didn't have problems with the noise levels of mosque. Her father is an indigene of Ilorin and a devoted Muslim. The house where they used to live before her parents separated had 4 of them close to their home. She knows the 5 daily prayers that Muslims are obligated to perform: Fajr, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. She attended a Muslim school when her parents were still together, though her mother was from a Christian home and is a churchgoer. But her father would never allow her to follow her mother to attend church services. She started practicing Christianity when her parents separated, as she grew up with her mother. The call was louder this time, screeching and stretched out without ease. Aisha jacked back to reality. Her childhood memories went into a pause. She pulled the sheets off her body, knelt beside her bed and started singing a worship song. Adonai, we worship you. Her voice squeaky. She's not a chorister and was not born a singer. She prayed and left the room, her feet shuffling down the little passage of the milling flat. Sponging her body in the bedroom, the memories of the terrifying dream played across her mind. Stepping out of the bedroom, she remembered how Fola had forced her a few weeks after she accepted his proposal. He had slept with her forcefully and pleaded to her that it was not intentional, that he was tempted by what she wore that night he visited, and he had promised never to try such again until their wedding night. She settled for a dress from her closet, applied deodorant generously under her arms, and bunched her braids in a bun on top of her head. She pulled open her makeup bag and picked up a lipstick. She grabbed her sandals and hurried out of the house. Auntie Aishat, her neighbor Mama Nike, called out from the front of the apartment next door. "Can I join you?" "No problem," Aishat replied, and the woman caught up with her swiftly. "I heard Uncle Fola's car honk. I had to rush quickly so I could join you guys," she said as they both stepped out of the yard. Fola's car was parked in front of the gate. Chizo, Fola's colleague, was seated in front and reached over to open the back door for Aishat. Aishat and Mama Nike got inside and greeted both of them. Fola and Chizom lived on the same estate. Chizom, who is not yet mobile, usually joins Fola in his ride to work every morning. Anytime Aishat had to get to shop early, especially festive period when she had a pile of clothes to sew for clients, Fola would always come around to drop her off on his way to work. "Hope you slept well, babe," Fola asked, staring at her through the rearview mirror. She muttered in the affirmative and Fola zoomed off. Fola started a long talk about his night. He did not sleep well because he sweated all through the night. NEPA had yet to restore power. Nigeria was hellfire. No Nigerian should experience hell after death, because that would be unfair. After all the roasting inside it, especially Lagos State residents. Chizom laughed all through the talk and sometimes chided him. Complaining about power outages is a waste of time, Aishat bought in, because it was the way things were. To have electricity for a few hours was a luxury everyone looked forward to. Everyone knew this. The workers at the power company knew this, and even babies knew this. It was why everyone chanted "Up NEPA" in gratitude to the power company when they restored power. Fola, Chizom, and Mama Nike laughed based on her comments. "Uncle Fola, I'm coming down at that junction," Mama Nike spoke softly. They rode to a stop in front of a well-structured complex where drivers disgorged passengers at the entrance, causing a bottleneck. Mama Nike stepped out of the car swiftly and thanked Fola for the ride. She waved Aishat goodbye and went away. Fola complained about the drivers who haphazardly parked their cars. He called them bushmen and stuck his head out of the window to shout when the traffic couldn't give. He pounded his horn and stuck his head out of the window again to curse the driver in front. Amidst this, Aishat watched Fola in silence. Her mind drifted back to the dream she had. "Idiot! If you scratch my car with this your jalopy, I will wipe the floor with your butt." He sank back into his seat, looking frustrated. That is the problem in this country. Everyone is acting like an animal. They are always rushing and doing nothing but being an absolute nuisance everywhere. He pounded his own. Simple orderliness they do not know. When you get on a plane filled with Nigerians, you will hate your life. This same thing they do on highways is how they rush inside airplanes like bush people from the village. He stuck his head out of the window again, shouted and forced for space. There was a sweat patch under his arm. The light fabric tinged a wet brown. His theatricals were excessive and exhausting, even unsettling. Aishat wished he would stop shouting. He was clean-cut with his obvious grooming and so should not lower himself to the level of street louts. She held his gaze and smiled nervously, but he did not smile back. She turned away and looked out of the window. Every driver was doing the same as him, struggling and cursing. A military man stepped out to control the traffic and reckless drivers. The reckless drivers all composed themselves at the sight of the man in uniform. In minutes, Fola drove out of the junction seamlessly. You know, if there were wording at that junction, there wouldn't have been a jam and people wouldn't need to break the law, Chisholm said, and Fola nodded his head in agreement. Well, that's true, he said. The road was now free until they reached Aishat's shop. He pulled over for Aishat to alight. See you in the evening, he said. Have a nice day, Chisholm wished Aishat as they bade their goodbyes.